I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how I'm gonna do this. Yeah, no worries. You guys just stand there. Watch me struggle. I did it. Now I'm just sweating. First try. Two for two. I'm sweating. Can you see that I'm sweating? I'm starting to get boob sweat. Okay, final touches. Of course, our pillows. Okay, all done. Also, I cannot pull that down by myself, so I'll have to wait for Jesse to come home. Also, I should mention, we do actually have a ladder to get into the Jeep, but I wasn't gonna set that up because I'm lazy, and it goes in like the side of the tent, not the back. So, oh my god, I'm sweating. Okay, I did my heavy lifting. Now I must go back inside and do some house cleaning stuff before we go. Alright, I'm just packing up all of our like sort of pantry items for camping. I apologize if you can hear Simba sneezing in the background, and I apologize in advance because I have the hiccups right now, so we're dealing with all of that. Basically, we have, you can't see them, they're not in frame, but we have a couple little like, storage bins that we put in the Jeep. So like this smaller one's got most of our like cutlery sort of stuff, and I also have a little like kettle thing, a cutting board, a couple little like cups, and just general sort of kitchenware sort of stuff. And then we've got a slightly bigger one. This one's got like, it's got a cutting board in the top, but underneath of that it's split up. So this side's got like all our like spices and sugars and just sort of miscellaneous pantry stuff. And then on the other side we've got like more pots and dishware. Like there's a couple plates, there's a pot, there's a pan, and that in there. And then we also have a couple like cast iron pans, one that's like a normal frying pan size, and then one that's just like a little mini one that Jesse likes to use for when he cooks eggs and stuff. So yeah, that's what we've got in those. And then right now I'm just taking some stuff that we bought when we were grocery shopping yesterday, and I'm just putting it in like a dry food bin. So, of course, we have snacks. We've got a loaf of bread, and then we've also got just some like dinner roll sort of buns. I bought a whole new bag of rice because we needed more rice at home, but I need to just put like a couple cups of this into a little Tupperware bin, so we'll do that in a minute. We've got peanut butter, that's a must. We've got a couple things of kimchi, a couple boxes of KD. These aren't like, we don't necessarily, these are just things that every time we go camping, we have to have simple little things like this, just in case we're lazy and don't feel like cooking an actual like dinner. At least we have something. Or for like lunches or something like that. So we've got those. We've also got a thing of butter chicken sauce because we're gone for like 2 full nights. So one of the nights I think we're gonna do butter chicken and rice. So I've got like the meat in the fridge and everything still, but I've got the butter chicken sauce that can go in here. And then one of the other nights we're gonna do a beef stew. So I've just got like those beef, I never know how to pronounce the name, but beef bouillon. Does that sound right? The little like, they're the little cubes that you can put in water and it basically makes like a beef broth instead of actually taking like the huge things of beef broth. And then also for the stew, we've got some potatoes and an onion and a thing of garlic. So that can all go in here. And then I've got some bananas. And then, of course, you always need a little sweet treat. So I've got, this is my current hyperfixation because it is so good. It's the Whitaker's dark salted caramel chocolate bar. So I don't know if you can like see that very well. If I can cover my face, maybe it'll focus on it. But basically it's just like a dark chocolate bar with caramel inside, but it is I'm not usually a dark chocolate kind of gal, but something about when I have like a caramel filled chocolate bar, dark chocolate just hits the spot. Mwah. So that's for when I need a little sweet treat. Just stick that somewhere in here. That'll probably end up going in the fridge at some point though, because we do have, we actually have a fridge freezer thing in our Jeep because we haven't gone camping a lot in the past couple years, but we used to do a ton of just like weekend overnight sort of trips, and we have the Jeep fully like decked out. Honestly, it's the perfect little rig, but we have our rooftop tent, which you saw, and that's super comfortable to sleep in, and it keeps you off the ground, so you don't have to worry about any critters or anything getting in your tent. It's also nice when we are camping in an area that may have like bears or where we're going this weekend. I think there's wolves on Vancouver Island in that kind of area, so we don't have to worry as much about that. We just have to make sure that all the food is packed away every night. But yeah, so we've got our like fridge freezer in there, so we don't have to mess around with like ice and stuff. Yeah, so I'm just gonna go put the rice into a little like Tupperware container and put that in here as well. But you can see that we have all of the dry food. These just need to be shuffled around so that I can actually put the lid on. But yeah, that's about it. And then we've got all the other stuff like the meats and refrigerated stuff in the fridge, and that'll go into the fridge in the Jeep later on. We'll probably bring the fridge out of the Jeep at some point this evening because we're leaving early tomorrow morning. So we'll bring that into the house this evening and plug it in and get everything packed in it so that in the morning tomorrow we can just quickly grab it and put it in the Jeep and hook it up and everything. All that's done. I just need to do a couple more things to get the house ready for us to leave, because our landlords are gonna come and feed Simba while we're away. So I need to make sure that our house is like presentable to have someone walking around in. What? There's my man. Woo! Hi, Jesse. Boom, boom, boom. Good morning, New York. What do you mean my attitude changed? I've always been chipper. I've been chipper since 4 in the morning when I woke up.
I have to pee. No hurry, son. So this combo's got end.
What?
This combo's got to end. Yeah.
That still wasn't English.
This combo has to end. Conversation?
Convo. Gotcha. Where are you going? Oh.
Nowhere.
Oh. Oh. Did you just bend the key?
Yeah.
Actually?
Yeah.
Oh.
All because I had to pee. Don't spill my coffee.
How did you do?
I don't know. I'm gonna throw some papers.
You could probably bend this back into place.
Hey, show my ring. I'm a champion.
Oh my god. I am overtired. Anyways, we made it to the ferry. We didn't get on the ferry that we woke up at 4 in the morning in hopes of getting, but hopefully we'll get on the next ferry. So we woke up at 4 in the morning because we didn't have any ferry reservations. And basically, if you don't have any ferry reservations, you ain't getting on, especially on a long weekend. Or, well, eventually you'll get on, you just might have to wait a long time. So we woke up at 4, drove an hour to the ferry in hopes of getting the 6:15 a.m. ferry. We did not indeed get the 6:15 ferry. It's, what time is it now? It's currently like 7:30. We're basically just waiting to see if we'll get on the 8:25 ferry, which is the next one. I don't know if you can tell, but I am fucking tired. We also only got like an hour of, oh my god. We also only got like an hour and a half of sleep because last night was Jesse's hockey team's championship game. They ended up winning. They got a cute little ring. I don't know if you can see that at all. There we go. Cute little ring. But because of that, we ended up staying in the parking lot drinking with his teammates. Well, I didn't drink, I drove. But he ended up drinking with his teammates until 1 in the morning. The hockey game was pretty late. It ended around like 10:30. Something like that. 10:30 or so. We didn't get home till like 1:30. Didn't get into bed till like 2. And then had to wake up at like 3:30 in order to leave by 4. So it's been a long morning so far. Got my Starbucks coffee now. Americano with an extra shot of espresso and
I can't believe you bent that key.
some banana bread. I did nothing. This was all you're doing. Good thing I have my key.
Yeah, right. That's why you always bring a spare.
I almost didn't. Were you hungover?
Yeah, you're gonna have to drive for the rest of the trip.
Uh-huh. All of Jesse's teammates.
But with the champions.
Everyone on Jesse's team was calling me the true MVP, though, for letting him stay, and also for coming and watching. I was one of 2 wives that showed up. Out of how many? How many were actually supposed to come?
9.
It was supposed to be a whole big thing.
People didn't feel the mojo, you know, and they missed out.
They did. It was a nail biter of a game. They won 4-3 with like when did you score the last goal? Like 5 minutes left of the game or something?
I think so. Yeah, 5 or 6 minutes.
Yeah. Oof. Nail biter. We're just hoping that where we're going to end up is maybe not raining.
They're a beautiful thing. They changed my whole personality. Yeah. Put them on. We're just degenerates drinking in the driveway. Sitting in the front porch with your man with his shirt off. At our bike park?
Absolutely.
Bree and I went for like a 5K ride near our house.
What's up? You guys look like a couple of old people really confused with their phones.
We're just waiting to...
We're waiting for...
If we get closer, it goes faster.
Yeah.
Wave to the camera.
Really good footage you're getting right now.
You're very entertaining. Beans! Spoopy.
Ooh, spooky.
That's my man. Right over there.
Do you like doing man things? Do you like climbing rocks? Well, I got the place for you.
Zoom in.
That's creepy.
Zoom
Why
out.
are you zooming at me?
Not work that fast.
Just pouring in the. Look at these two. Look at these two.
What the shit?
Hi guys, editing Katie here. I feel like I should probably provide some context. The weekend before this camping trip, I was over on the island for my future sister-in-law's bachelorette weekend, and we had these pictures of my brother's face on sticks to take around to the wineries with us to take pictures with. So my sister-in-law and I had this brilliant idea to bring those pictures of my brother's face with us on this camping trip. Conveniently, we also already had the exact same pants and sweater. So when we were camping, we came up with this idea to basically make ourselves look like the exact same person and use my brother's little stick faces. And we just walked over to the group. Nobody knew that we were doing this, and nobody knew which one of us was which. And it was honestly the funniest thing I think I've ever done in my entire life.
Thumbs down. Look at this, Shelby.
Well, for Christ's sakes, if I told you once, I told you 2,000 times. Put the log on the fire grill. That's not on some stupid.
Everything's right, and it's fine. Yeah, so we don't have to go, like I said, deep more about here if you don't want to. We'll be out of the way.
Wow, look at all the clouds over there. Sunlight,
Span adventures?
Yep.
Why?
That's what I get. I dropped the whole tea bag.